Okay, the purpose of this video is to show you how to use our project, Panther Present. It'll show you what it is, and it'll be an interactive presentation on how it works. So, we'll start from scratch. You go to the website, which is this URL plus present. You can download it here, and it'll come in a zip file. There's no installer for this project, it's just a folder, as you'll see. And you unzip it first. So now it's unzipped here. We can get rid of this. And you click on the folder, and all of the source code is in here as well. You can see everything in this one file, but the important thing is this executable right here, which will launch the actual program. The user interface is similar to PowerPoint, so if you've used PowerPoint before, hopefully you won't be too lost. But we'll go ahead and open up a demo presentation, which is already provided in here, and I'll run this presentation for you, because it basically demonstrates the capabilities of the software. Okay, there it is. You click the present button, brings it to full screen. So yes, this is a senior design project at Florida Institute of Technology by myself and my colleague, William. And this slideshow was made entirely using the software that that's displaying it right now. So that's a brief outline. Goals. The goal of this project, which kind of displays what or how we approach this, is that we wanted to make presentation software, but we wanted it to encompass a large number of data formats. And what better way of doing that than displaying the web pages, basically. It is full of many types of formats. Another thing we wanted was to avoid the need for a user manual, and we wanted to have a lot to offer at the showcase given the time constraints we have. So, to accomplish that last goal, this one, we have only so much time, and to render this information, if we were to do that from scratch, it would take years perhaps. But we use the Mozilla platform. So the same engine that renders Firefox web pages is what is used here. And these are several applications that are built on top of the Mozilla platform. Firefox, Thunderbird, Sunbird, which is a calendar. You can find a project at Mozilla's webpage. But these are all pretty decent projects, and they run very smoothly, and they're very competitive. But they're all free, and we use the same, platform or code to make ours. And this is a diagram of the Mozilla platform itself. You have your operating system, which the Mozilla platform has been compiled for several operating systems, so it would not be very difficult for Panther Present to actually work on another operating system like Vista or Macintosh or Unix or Linux. But on top of the operating system you'll have the C code, which is Mozilla Gecko engine. I think we're actually using 1.9 now. Here in the slide it says 1.8. And there's a bunch of C functions, or a whole API or library of calls you can make with our program. But all of the green elements in this diagram we really didn't have to work with at all. We worked merely with JavaScript and XML, these two. Obviously there's more files than just 2 files, but we never had to compile. This project isn't compiled. The code that's compiled is already been compiled by somebody else, and we simply write this top layer. So we have web pages. This is basically a Flash video that is being rendered by Firefox, and as you can see, the buttons are interactive. So you can actually browse around with this URL bar. You can go to Google if you need to, and you can go back. So you can browse around if you need to, and this is the navigation. And you can do Java applets. This is a Sudoku solver. It doesn't work very well. And it runs, so you can show, if you have programs to display, you can display them pretty easily. So this is a bunch of math that we actually inserted into the program. This is MathML. It's being rendered by the Mozilla engine. But as we'll show you later, all of this was inserted WYSIWYG style. We have, I'll show you the dialog later, we'll get into this later, but these are just some things you can display. And Google Maps is kind of interesting. You can show this in full screen presentation mode. And and this is our website for the project. It's being displayed here. Here's some user help. And that was it to the presentation. But I'll go ahead and I'll show you how the software actually works here. Let's add a slide. So, how do you insert math? You go up to this dialog here, and you have all of your Greek symbols. We have logical symbols here, matrices, calculus. All of these things you can insert just by pressing a button. Like here, and they'll go wherever your cursor is. Let's say I select the middle one and I want to replace this with an integral or something. You can increase the size of it. Change this to theta. Or whatever you want to do. That's how math works. The software is pretty simple. There aren't too many elaborate features yet. We have fonts. You can write in various fonts. There's the different headings. You can change the title of the slide here by going over here and setting the title. And there's image inserting. I think there is actually a bug involved with this right now. We're using a very recently compiled version of the platform, so I think it's actually the platform that's messing up. And then the picture goes here. But it's pretty simple software. You can select several slides, delete them. Let's go to Google. Or you could go to any web page and you switch it. If you switch modes to editing mode, all of a sudden now you have your page and you can change it, and you can use a page directly off the web, and you can save it. When you save it, if it's in editing mode, it'll actually save it into a file. And people have wondered how big are the files. They're not bad at all. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, and if you actually if you save it and it's in browse mode, it will try to connect to the internet, and if the internet's not available, then it won't actually be able to display the page. So that's about how to use the software. If you want to look into the code, all it is JavaScript and Zool. I won't talk too much about that here, but it's in Chrome, Content, Panther Present, and that's basically all of the files that we wrote. And I think that's about it.